Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. How are you guys doing today? Happy new month. Yeah, we're just entered a new month, my birthday month. So happy new month. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Thank you for clicking on my video. Thank you for coming back to watch my video. And if you're new here, welcome to About Stefani. I am the Stefani this channel is about. I hope you're going to see something that you will like, that will make you consider subscribing and clicking on that notification bell so you don't miss out. So yeah, I'm excited. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm really excited because I do enjoy story time, and I think a few of you said that I'm actually a good storyteller. So yeah, I'm so excited to do a story time. Though to be honest, the topic we're about to talk about is it's not something I should be smiling over, but yeah, it's been a while since it happened, so I've moved past it. Like now I can make jokes about it, I can laugh about it, like seriously, I can even bring it up and be like, this thing happened to me, you should be careful. So yeah guys, let's get into the video. I'm feeling myself because look at this hair, look at this hair. You guys should guess in the comment section how long this hair is, based on my experience here with long hair. Just tell me how long you think this hair is. Like, is it super long or is it just like here? It's quite long though. I'm already giving people hints. Let's get into the video. So this experience I had happened like many years ago. Not really many, it was like when Zara was like either 2 or 3. I can't remember exactly, but I do know that he was still wearing diapers. This is very important to the story. So what happened is that I found myself having to quickly do a diaper run. Like I had to quickly go out and buy diapers because I underestimated how much diapers Zara would use that day, and the diapers finished. Like we already like bathed him. So my Zara's nanny, was like, this is the last diaper, and I was like, whoa. And I was frightened. Like I was not frightened, I was kind of like, okay, this is not going to work out. I obviously have to go out and get diapers. Now I knew beforehand that I needed to get diapers, but I was planning on like going the next day, and this was during the period that I started driving newly. So I was like, nighttime driving, okay, it's still evening, it's 6 o'clock, roughly 6 o'clock or something. Let's quickly go and get it. So I left with Zara and someone. Let's just call that person Miss B, because I don't want to keep saying person I left with. It's gonna be I don't want to make the story to be sweet. But we left with Miss B and Zara in the car. Zara is my son. Left in the car. So I went to the place where I knew that I wouldn't have any problems parking. Bear it in mind, I said this is when I started driving newly, and one thing for sure is that I could move around very well, but parking was an issue for me at that moment. So I wanted to go somewhere I could park easily, and especially with the lights being very, like, it's evening time, the sun is going down. So I wanted somewhere where I would park easily. So I made sure that I went to the mall, and I made sure I went round looking for the perfect parking space. I ended up parking my car, and there was no car beside me because I wanted to practice entering into those white lines. You know how parking spaces are, right? Yeah, entering into those white lines and making sure that I practice it, because for future use, you understand me? Yeah. So I parked my car. I wasn't in the mood to really enter into ShopRite because it was evening time. ShopRite, as in the mall, the mall is normally very packed towards evening time. So I told Miss B, the person I was with, do you get, to please help me and go inside. And we already had this talk even before entering the car. She was like, no problem, she'll be the one to go inside. She will buy the diaper. I told her the particular diaper I needed. Then she went inside. Me, I was avoiding the whole situation of trying to enter the mall with my son. I know that entering with him would be stressful. One, I would buy things that I don't need, because that always happens. When you go for one thing, you leave with multiple things. Like, why are we like that? So she helped me out by going inside to get the diaper, and I've waited for a while, and it got to a point where the AC of the car, when a car stays on and in one place for long, the AC starts to it doesn't get cool, it doesn't make the car cool anymore. So I've turned off the AC, I've wind down, we're getting natural air. The night was like really not too hot. It was the evening, sorry, was cool. It was like about to rain or something. So I'm looking at the side mirror, I'm taking, making sure that I'm aware of my environment. I'm checking my side mirrors and all that stuff. I'm checking it, that mirror in the center, whatever it's called. I'm checking it. I'm being like trying to be aware and conscious, but at the same time trying to keep my son entertained. I remember this was a while back, so we're doing Snapchat and we're doing those, that Snapchat filter with the dog. So we're doing, that thing. We were doing that stuff. But guys, wherever you are packed, always ensure that you are very much aware of your environment. You are using your mirrors, you're there, you're present, you're not distracted by your phone and all whatnot. Please guys, it's very crucial. Always be conscious of your environment. Yeah, now let's get back into the story. So I see Miss B coming back, like she's coming out of the mall again. She's coming towards my side, and as I'm looking at her in my side mirror, I'm seeing her coming. I'm like, why is her hands free? There's no diaper. Why is she coming back with no diaper? What happened? I hope they don't have, which is not possible. The mall always has like big stock of diaper. And while I'm seeing her, I take note of a car that is trying to look for parking space, a Sienna. And I didn't really see that as like a cause for alarm or a red flag. No, I didn't. I just saw Miss B coming back. I take note of the Sienna stopping and kind of like slowing down. But the only thing going through my head is Miss B just came back empty-handed. I've not like seen something might be wrong, because why would I? In that moment in time, I don't think I'm supposed to have any reasons to think something is wrong. So Miss B explains to me that she entered inside the mall and then she forgot the particular diaper and she didn't want to buy the wrong one. I have to go back to exchange it. I was like, why didn't you call me? And she's like, oh, but she tried and there was no network, she couldn't get me. I'm like, okay, let me send it as a message to you. She's not like, okay, go ahead, send it. And it didn't go. So I had to actually put it on her phone, the size, like in her notes, put the size and all that, because the text message was hanging, it didn't go. She's like, oh, no problem, let me go inside, let me go back inside and buy it. So by the time she has moved like a certain distance away from my car, the Sienna has probably moved round and gone back and now parks next to my car. Remember, I said that my windows were down, so the Sienna parks next to my car. I think at that moment, that's when I started noticing something was off, but at the same time I didn't really understand what was going on, because I remember thinking something like, oh, why did this guy park so close to me when there is a lot of parking? Because remember, I told you guys I wasn't good in parking, so I literally picked a parking that will help me to get into the line, but wouldn't have any like cars next to me in case I crash anybody's car or my own car. So the car is very close to my own car, and I'm like, oh, that means I didn't park well. That's the only thing I thought. Like, I was like, I didn't park well, maybe I didn't park in my own lines, and this guy is like close to mine because he's parked properly. You get me? So I'm with Zara. Zara is in the back. He's just playing around. So we're waiting for Miss B to come out with the diapers, and Miss B already told me that there's a big crowd in ShopRite. So we're waiting. I kept noticing that the guy that parked next to me in the Sienna has not come down from his car, and I kept on noticing a lot of movement, like side eye, like looking at the guy from the side. And okay, I'm still taking note of like my mirrors and checking and everything. And also Zara is in the back. Of course, I'm a little bit distracted. So we've waited for quite a while, and I'm like, okay, let me call her, let me see whether calls will even go through. I decide to call Miss B. This name is funny. I decide to call Miss B. So as I'm calling Miss B, Zara is making noise in the back. I put my phone here, I put my hand here, right, like this, and I turn around. Now I'm looking outside my window, right, and I'm trying to call her. She picks up. We're having a conversation. She's telling me about that she had to pick two, like she decided to pick two Pampers just in case, and that the queue is long, that she's looking for the shortest queue, or she's looking for who she will beg that will allow her to enter the line and just pay for the 2 items, since it's just 2 items that she has, and leave. So I'm like, okay, just try and be fast, please, because it's not like, there's crowd. I'm telling you, I know at this moment, I know that there's crowd. It's a usual thing at the mall, especially towards the evening and the night time. So as I'm having that conversation with her, I'm like this, right? I'm on my phone, I'm looking outside my window because I'm trying to like give myself distance to the noise and drama that Zara is demonstrating inside my car. So I'm now looking at the Sienna car because that's pretty much the only thing I can see at this moment. I'm looking at the Sienna car and I see the driver, the person who's driving the car, in the car. At first, like, you know how when you see something, you begin to doubt what you're saying. This is exactly what happened to me, because I know I was on the phone, and I was kind of like trying to get Zara to calm down and kind of like keep quiet so I can hear what Miss B was saying, and at the same time looking at something. So at that moment in time, I didn't really get what I was saying. But guys, by the time I understood what I saw, the conversation I was having on my phone automatically changed. I was just like, please drop the pampers, let's go. She's like, what do you mean? Miss B is like, what do you mean that I should drop the pampers? You know, we need these diapers, we need it. Why are you telling me to drop it now? I'm in the line. I've even asked somebody that is permitting me to pay ahead of them. I should just calm down. I'm like, okay, no problem, just be fast. And she's like, okay, is something wrong? I'm like, no, just be fast and come. Do you know why? Because I was like, come and see what I'm seeing. And I didn't want to explain too much because I have my son in the back there. I don't know whether he'll not add what I'm about to say into his new set of words to use and be practicing around. I wanted Miss B to just quickly come out and see with me what I'm saying. So let me explain to you guys what I saw. What I did not ask to see. I did not know that I will ever have a chance like this to see, but I saw. I saw. So bear it in mind, I'm like this with my phone, trying to block out the noise in my car. I look. What do I see? I see somebody, like, first off, I think at some point I was thinking this person was just adjusting their trouser. You know, there are some guys or some people, let me just say, there are some people that when they are driving, they will unbutton and unbuckle their belts to be comfortable. Maybe they have big stomach, to be comfortable to drive. So at first I was thinking this guy is just putting on his belt and zip. I don't even know. He's not putting on, he's putting off. It was putting off, and this guy made it in such a way that I would see, because the minute he knew that I was looking, that maybe, and it makes a lot of sense, maybe all those movements, the guy was trying to get my attention. But anyway, he moves his hip. This, you know how you sit in your car, just like I'm sitting now, right? And he moved his hip up. Just imagine this is my hips, this hand that is moving right now. Please don't laugh at me. I'm trying to my best to tell you this story. So he moves his hip up like this. Then he tinted it in such a way like this. So I'm here, right? This is where I am. So you cannot see it. Like, you can see it. This guy was self-love. I don't know how else to explain this, but if you just understand, just use your imagination, try to understand with me. Self-love in a public place. Like, it was and he was, I don't know how else I'll explain it, because this is YouTube at the end, but you know what I mean. That's what he was doing, and I was like, what? That's why I was calling Miss B, come fast and see, because you know, sometimes when you're explaining something, people might not believe you. Because I remember making calls after this thing happened, and people were like, are you serious that we have people like that? I'm like, we have mad people in this world, why will you not believe that they have people like this too? But guys, this is not even just it. After I ended the call, right, I know that this is what this creep next to me is doing. Maybe this person has a kink, public exposure or something kink. I don't want to kink shame anybody, but honestly, you should know that whatever, people need to be aware and accept for such. I didn't sign up for that, okay? So I quickly wind my windows up. My windows are tinted. I quickly wind it up. And I'm like, okay, so what should I do next? While I'm still wondering what to do next, because I'm like, if I move out of this space, Miss B will not know where I parked. And Miss B will not know at all. Like, it's going to be like an extra hour her just understanding instructions and trying to get back to my car. So while I'm still contemplating what to do, Zara is still making noise in the park, scrambling my brains. This guy gets down from his car. Once I notice that, he's gotten down from the car, I've moved my gear into reverse. I've prepared myself. I'm like, if this person comes to my car, I'm zooming out of here. I don't even care whether I hit him in the process. I don't care. So I put my car in reverse. I'm even looking at the side mirrors. I'm looking at my camera. You know when you reverse your camera, yeah. So I'm looking, and then he doesn't come to my car. What he does is, I remember this is a Sienna. He opens the door of the Sienna, then he sits down in such a way that one of his leg, which is the leg close to my car, is on the floor. And then, by the way, all he does is just open up again. He didn't zip up, no nothing. He opens up again and he tints himself like this, full on display. And he's still doing what he wants to do. I'm like, what? You see the way I reverse back, like Vin Diesel. Paul Walker, you got nothing on me. The way I reversed back, like I was auditioning for Fast and the Furious, and they said they needed somebody that is a crazy driver. That is what happened. You see the way I reversed back. I don't even want to know whether I rolled on his leg, like my car rolled over his leg. I don't even want to know. I reversed and ran out of, went with speed out of that parking space. As in, because I was like, what? Like, how? Till date, I'm still baffled because I'm wondering, how do people think and do things like this? And looking back on it, all I can say is that I'm pretty sure that guy was going around that whole parking looking for a particular, like looking for someone who is still in their car, preferably a woman, because I don't think he would have done that to a man. A woman still in her car and not entering inside the mall. And you know, it's evening time, the sun is going down, it's literally getting darker and darker, darker and darker and darker. So that guy was going round and round. And then when he saw like Miss B talking to me in my car, he circled back to park, and my parking was perfect. He was the one that got close to my car. God. So what happened, what finally happened is that I moved out of that parking space, but I had to still stay close to that place that I parked, because Miss B, trust me, I knew that Miss B, to get her to locate me in that parking space would have been an hour plus. So Miss B finally comes back. I had to like call her and say I parked somewhere different. She's like, what's going on? What's happening? She's coming out. I'm like, don't worry. Once I see, just come to the place where I was parked. I will blow horn. You will see me, because I had to go to the next lane and kind of like face the back of the Sienna in a full lane out. I don't know if it's lane, but just imagine a parking space in your head. I'm sure you can understand what I'm trying to say. So yeah, Miss B enters inside the car. She shows me the diaper. I'm like, thank God you got the right one. She's like, what happened? I'm like, don't worry, when we get to the house, I'll tell you what happened. Because one, Zara is at the back. I have to be very mindful of the words, because what am I going to say? The way I'm going to explain it is not even the way I'm explaining it here. I would have been more, you understand me? I would have used some certain words just to like paint the image in her head. You know, I can't use certain words here on YouTube, like I said before. So I would have been very like, I would have explained it with some certain words, and I was like, no, when we get home I will explain, because Zara is in the back. When we go home, if you see how many calls I made, first off, I called my husband. I was like, come and see what happened to me. Do you know what happened to me? I was not explaining. Oh my God. If you see the way Noso was laughing, because I was like, what? Are you serious? I had this feeling that people will not believe me. But guys, it wasn't so like hard to believe. It wasn't so far-fetched, because things are happening, especially in that mall's parking space. Because when I even told my friend, eventually, after I called called my husband, called my mom, called my sister, just telling them that they should be careful in the mall and in the parking space at night. Really be careful, because it's not just about you're safe in your car. You don't know what you can mistakenly see, and especially when you have older kids that might just see that with you. I thank God every day for the fact that Zara was so little and he was easily distracted by himself, and you know, he wasn't even up to 3 years. Really happy, because I don't even know if it happened like now with his age, I don't even know where I would start explaining what happened. Like when he was in his car in the front, it was just like the shadow. Do you understand me? But when he came to sit down, I got the real visual. I got the 3D visual. So, and like this story, like I can laugh over it right now, but trust me, this story I always like always having that reaction over it. So tell me guys, have you guys ever had this experience before? Please be very careful at nighttime in a parking space, because that same mall, a friend of mine has had a situation where she was in her car and apparently the guy came out of somewhere, I think Latitude or so, and he was drunk and he thought no one was in the car. He now decided to pee and baptize her car, and he didn't even stop when they started shouting or blowing horn, and then she now made the mistake of winding down and pee entered inside the car. So please guys, be careful at night, parking space. Always check your side mirrors, be conscious. Don't be like me, that was a bit distracted and all that. I'm happy that, you know, what am I happy about? I'm not happy for this situation though. I'm not happy at all. Thank you, Nepa. How do you know you're a Nigerian YouTuber? Nepa takes lights. Anyway guys, it was really exciting, like saying, oh, lights back, yay. It was really exciting doing this story time, because I love story time. But let me know in the comment section whether you in fact like watching story time. Do you want more from me? And am I a good storyteller? I hope I did not. This is a serious topic, and all from beginning to end I was busy laughing over my own experience. Learn from my own experience, guys. Be very mindful when you're wherever situation you're in. Be very mindful. Okay guys, I'll just call it an end. Like the story has come to an end, guys. I'll catch you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend about Stefani, my channel. Yeah, bye guys. Share, that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Please share. So like, comment, subscribe, share. Okay, bye.